guys, it's Rachel. So I apologise for the lack of videos lately. I managed to catch the flu which has been going around and it's kind of lingered on for the last 2 weeks, which means that I haven't felt up to filming, and I do apologise if I have a croaky voice or if I sound funny. I still kind of have it lingering on a little bit. It just won't go away. But in that time and in the last couple of months, I've managed to collect quite a few products that I wanted to haul for you. So this is going to be a haul-tastic week of hauls. I have, I think, 4 haul videos for you, starting with the one that I'm going to be doing today. This is going to be a Priceline haul. For those of you internationally, Priceline is a drugstore chain, I guess you would call it, here in Australia. And recently they've had some quite good deals. So some of these products I purchased when I was trying to spend $60 to get the beauty bag, which if you subscribe to a lot of Aussie beauty vloggers, then you've probably seen this, so I wasn't going to go into it too much. But basically, if you spent $60 in store, you got a whole heap of products. But I'm going to get into the products that I actually purchased. So I do have a whole heap here. And these were purchased also when Priceline had 40% off for 2 days. But a lot of the products were purchased based on recommendations and things I'd seen, so there was a method to my madness. So jumping straight in. So the first product I picked up is the L'Oreal False Lash Effect Telescopic Mascara. I have really loved the telescopic mascaras in the past, and this is a new formula of it, so I wanted to try it. I also picked up the Revlon Precision Clear Lash Adhesive. I had never tried this before, but I believe Emily Noel 83 uses this quite a bit, and I'd heard her talk about it and I'm in love with it. The application is so easy. It has a nice thin little brush. It goes on kind of a clear blue colour so you can still see it, but it's not that opaque white colour that kind of gets all over your eyes. I picked up one of the more recent releases from Australis. This is the Highlights Mineral Face Highlighter, and I got the colour Pearl. It's just like a little pump action here. It is a pink based highlighter. It's very pearlescent. It kind of reminds me of the Benefit Girl Meets Pearl in terms of texture. This is a little bit more pink, whereas Girl Meets Pearl, it tends to be a little bit more peach, a little bit darker when you compare it next to the Australis highlights. But overall, I do like it. I am wearing it on my cheeks today and it just gives you a nice glow. It's not natural in terms of how it looks, but because it blends into your skin, it doesn't look powdery or cakey or anything like that because it is a liquid highlighter. Another Aussie product I managed to pick up is the Face of Australia High Definition Brow Kit, and I am in love with this product. Basically, you get a darker brown shadow, a more ashy coloured shadow, and then you get a, what's this called, a wax. I actually still have the cover on that because I don't like eyebrow waxes that you get in little containers like this. They tend to just get all yucky, and I use an eyebrow gel, so I just left the sticker over this. But the 2 shades that you get are really quite nice. I don't know if they have other colours in the range, but this lighter colour here you could definitely use on blonde or lighter coloured eyebrows. It does kind of remind me of MAC's Omega, and I know that a lot of people use that. This brown is a chocolate brown. It is a little bit warm toned, more warm toned than MAC's Charcoal Brown, which is what I often use for my eyebrows, and I know a lot of people do. But I have it in my eyebrows today. Sometimes I mix them, sometimes I just use one or the other depending on where I'm using it in my brow. And overall, I really like that. I really like it, and it has a nice little mirror. And it also comes with some tweezers and a brush, which is kind of here and there because I tend to use my own tweezers and a Haku Hodu brush to apply, but I do really like this product. The next product that I have here is one of the L'Oreal Infallible colour eyeshadows, and this one is in 013 Burning Black, which is a really nice kind of cranberry colour. It has a mixture of, I think it has a mixture of like black pigments and kind of a burgundy colour pigment. These are all fantastic. They work really well. They go on the eye quite nicely. They're just like a pressed pigment almost because this presses them down. Very shimmery, very pigmented. I picked up another Face of Australia product. I picked this one up because Lauren Beauty, an Aussie beauty vlogger here on YouTube, recommends this quite a bit, and I haven't used a loose face powder in quite a while, but I wanted to check it out because she raves about this. It's just a translucent loose powder. It doesn't come with a powder puff or anything like that, but I have used it and I do quite like it. It goes on the face really nicely. It doesn't seem to add any colour or remove any colour. You don't get like that ashy white look that sometimes certain face powders that claim to be translucent give you. So really am enjoying that. You get a ton of products, so I reckon this will last me forever. Revlon released 2 new Kissable Balm stains recently, I guess as part of their autumn collection. I noticed them on a stand with the new Revlon BB cream. I've picked up one of them. This one is in Crush. I am in love with this colour. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. It is the perfect colour for the autumn winter months.
Apply a little bit more.
Overall, I love these products. I have a whole heap of them. I really like this colour. The other one that came out was, I think it was called Rendezvous, and it was like a orange coloured tube and it tended to be a coral colour. That's not really a colour that I wear quite often, but I love this colour, and if you love berry coloured lips then I highly recommend checking that one out. I purchased another of the Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeliners. I have loved these. If you saw my March favourites, I did recommend these in that. I picked up a nude coloured one this time. This is in 005 Nude. I do have it on my inner waterline today. That's basically what I purchased it for. I usually use the MAC chromographic pencil in NC15 and W20, but that's a limited edition product or a pro product, so it's hard to get and it's really expensive, whereas this is a really nice nude coloured pencil, very creamy, very pigmented, goes on the waterline very easily, and it is a lot more accessible than the MAC chromographic pencil. So if you don't want to use a stark white on your lower waterline, but you want to really open up your eyes, then I recommend checking this one out. I purchased a foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. Super blendable, matches skin color and texture. I picked this up in the shade Golden Vanilla, which is D2W2. I think this is the right color for, in terms of lightness for my skin, but it is a slightly more yellow based than my skin. But other than that, I really quite like it. I managed to make it work. I can blend it into my skin very nicely. I'm still testing it out, so I can't give you my full review or opinion on it, but overall so far I am really quite enjoying that. I purchased a Maybelline Expert Tools dual pencil sharpener because I had a NYX one that's kind of broken, so this one you're supposed to be able to do the large pencils and the small pencils, so picked that one up. Just something that you kind of need. You always need a pencil sharpener. I stopped past the Model Prefer stand and picked up 2 of their infinite colour lip liners on the recommendation of Jodie K76 or Guru Beauty here on YouTube. I heard her mention, I believe it was this one, the Always Nude lip pencil, so I wanted to try that out. I find with Models Prefer the products very hit or miss, which is why I don't tend to buy them unless somebody recommends a product. I also picked up, what's this one called? Lasting Berry, which I don't actually think is a berry colour. It is more of a peach colour when it comes out on your lips. I don't necessarily love this colour, but I can definitely use it underneath lipsticks, and this nude colour is very nice. They do last quite a while. They go on your lips quite easily, but they are slightly, not necessarily drying, but tacky, and I think that's why they last so long. I decided to purchase the Revlon Photoready Concealer. This is in the colour 002 Light. It is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but so far I've been liking it. I use it on places that I want to highlight my skin, so I put it underneath my eyes, I put it down the centre of my nose, over my cupid's bow, and just sort of in this triangle area here. I find that it's creamy enough to blend underneath my eyes, but I can also use it on my blemishes. I haven't photographed with it, so I don't know if it's particularly, or what properties it has to, if it photographs nicely or not, since it is part of the Photoready range. But as a nice stick concealer, I do enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to testing that one out further. I've had some of these Rimmel Kate Moss matte lipsticks in my hands multiple times in Priceline before, and then I've purchased other things and put them back to try and curb my spending, but I decided to pick one up this time. This one is in 107, which is a really nice burgundy colour. It is kind of similar to the colour that I'm wearing on my lips, however this is slightly darker. I love this as a matte lip. I love using this over a balm to make it more glossy. It's the one that Kate Moss is wearing in a lot of the promotional photos for this particular range. Very pigmented. I highly recommend them, and I will be picking up more hopefully soon. I really like this colour in particular, but because I think it is great for the autumn winter months. Keeping on the topic of lipstick, I picked up 3 of the Maybelline Colour Sensational Vivids lipsticks. From the line I picked up number 910 Shocking Coral. I also picked up number 902 Fuchsia Flash. And then my favourite of all the purchases was number 904 Vivid Rose, which is this really nice bright watermelon pink red colour. I absolutely love these. These are really, really pigmented, very, very vibrant, and if you're looking for a really nice bright coloured lipstick, which generally I find in the drugstore aren't that great, like I tend to go for more MAC or higher end lipsticks when I'm looking for a really bright colour, but these ones are awesome and you definitely get that vivid, almost fluoro bright colour out of these lipsticks. As I mentioned earlier, the Revlon Photoready BB cream was recently released in Australia and I really wanted to try it because I remember when it did first come out in the States, a lot of people were raving about it. It has SPF 30 in it. I got the colour 001 light or pale. I actually really enjoy this. As a BB cream, I feel like I apply it with my Beauty Blender sponge, just dabbing it into my skin, and it gives actually some coverage, which is not always the case with BB creams. I feel like it blends into my skin really naturally. I can just put in areas where I need a little bit of extra coverage or where I want to even out my skin tone a little bit, and then finish with a powder, and it actually looks quite nice and it does last. So I've been using this more so on weekends when I don't want a really full coverage foundation routine like I do during the week for work, and so far I'm really enjoying this. So if you want to try a drugstore, I guess, Western BB cream as opposed to an Asian based one, then I would recommend checking this one out. Another product that has received quite a bit of hype on YouTube is the Nivea Lip Butters. I managed to get my hands on one in Vanilla Macadamia and I have been loving it. If I can get it open, it's just a plain, I guess, white or translucent coloured lip butter. Is very, very creamy. Sometimes the ones that you get in pots, you have to really rub your finger in it to get any product out. This one, you don't have any issues. It goes on the skin really, really nicely. Sometimes I'll apply it in the morning, just a small amount when I put my moisturiser on, and then I'll do the rest of my face of makeup, and then by the time I come to do my lipstick, it's soaked in and just leaves a really nice finish to my lips. Or at night I usually slather on like a thicker coverage of it just before I go to bed, just to hydrate my lips throughout the night, and it smells delicious. It smells like exactly what it says, vanilla and macadamia and like a bakery or cupcakes or something like that. That's what it smells like, and I really, really have been enjoying that one. Another relatively new product to the Australian market, I believe, is the Maybelline Hyper Glossy Liquid Liner, and I actually have already taken this out of the packaging. This is just your average, I guess, liquid liner with a thin little flexible brush. However, this one is supposed to stay looking glossy on your eyes, and I have used it. I think I Instagrammed a photo where I used it the other night, however you couldn't really see the glossiness of it. I find that when it goes on, it does look wet. The wet look doesn't necessarily stay, but it does stay very, very black, almost like your average liquid liner when it's just been applied. So I do like it for that. It is relatively easy to apply using the brush. I do find that it has a different formula and it is quite hard to get off. It almost, I guess, it's like plastic in a way, or like a really very thin plastic that goes on your eye. So when it comes off in almost like little chunks, and I find that it sticks to your lash line quite well. So if you need a really good eye makeup remover is basically what I'm saying to get this stuff off. Some more new products. I did try and purchase a whole heap of new things that were out to the market so I could, I guess, review them or try them out, see if I liked them. One of them is the Australis Pout Paste. This is an intense lip colour. It's kind of a mix between a lipstick and a lip gloss. It kind of reminds me, when I saw this, it actually reminded me of the Sleek Pout Paints, which will have a similar packaging and also have a similar name. These ones, however, do have a lip brush, but they are very, very pigmented. So basically they are like a liquid lipstick. They're more pigmented than your average gloss and go on quite creamy. I got the pink because I do have the Sleek Pout Paint in the red, and then there was also, like I said, a red in this, and I think like a lilac purple colour. I purchased the Australis Colour Inject Mineral Lipstick in the colour Flamenco, and I think this is a favourite of Dom, or Dom Smiles here on YouTube. I could have gotten that completely wrong, but I remember when I was purchasing it, for some reason Dom came into my head, and I think this is one that she'd said before, so I decided to pick it up. It's a really nice vibrant pink colour, and I hadn't used any of the Australis Colour Inject lipsticks before, so I thought I would give that a go. Yet another new product. This is the Revlon Photoready, I guess these are like eyeshadow quads. They're supposed to have a primer and shadow in one. This is in number 501 Metropolitan, and this was on the stand that had the Photoready BB cream as well as the new Kissable Balm stains. This one I kind of just got to try out. This here is supposed to be the primer that goes all the way up from like the lid to the eyebrow. It's not like, I don't know if it's any different, it just feels like an eyeshadow to me. It's not like a creamy eyeshadow or anything like that. And then there's the rest of the colours, and it does tell you on the back how you're supposed to use them. I just picked them up because I thought they were nice shades. I don't think I would do the eye look that it suggests on the back because to me it's just way too much shimmer. But I thought that they'd be nice to use on their own and just add a little bit. I really liked this really pretty gold glittery colour. It's just very blingy, so I thought I would give that one a go. Last few products that I have here, one of them is the Rimmel Matte Perfection Bronzer. I've just been loving a whole heap of Rimmel products lately, so I wanted to try out one of their bronzers because I hadn't before. This is just a really nice kind of, it does have a satin finish, so I wouldn't say it's completely matte. But it is just a nice warm colour. I tend to use it not so much to contour, but just lightly with a big fluffy brush over my face to give my skin a little bit of extra warmth, because I am looking a little bit pale because it is coming into winter and I work indoors, so I don't get much sun anyway. I also have a product which I'm not necessarily, I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to use this because it isn't my favourite product that I've purchased overall. This is the Australis Face and Body Tint. It's a very, very low coverage product. I got it in the colour Light, I believe. Yes, Light. I think there were 3 shades, 2 or 3 shades. It is named and looks very similar to the MAC Face and Body foundation, but I don't think that it is in any way the same. So far what I've been using this for is actually I've been mixing it in with a little bit of my darker shades of foundation to make them a little bit lighter, and with the ones that I've tried it does seem to work. I have heard that this can mix very, very poorly with certain primers and certain other face products, so you do have to be careful with it. But if you wanted a really light foundation or something to just maybe slightly even out your skin tone, then you could potentially pick up this. You do get 94 mils and you are supposed to be able to use it on your body too. I haven't tested it out against water, so I don't know how easy it stays or how well it stays on your body if you were to use it on your body. But I thought I would pick it up because it was a new product and it was cheaper at the 40% off, but I don't know if it was the best purchase and I'm still working out how I can use it. So guys, that is everything. I've finished all those products. I know there was a lot there, but if you have any questions about any of the products or you want to see them in a video, definitely let me know. And also let me know if you've picked up anything from the drugstore lately. Is there anything that I need to go out and try? I know I just picked up a lot. It was in the last couple of months, but I'm always open to trying new products. Let's be honest, I am. So that is it from me. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next probably haul video very, very soon. Bye.
The next product, my bad. The next product I have here is from Rimmel.
I have to say, look at my receipt, but this is not even the right receipt, so I'll just put that one away.